I am just back with my, let's see, September, October, November, December, January 4-month update on my VSG surgery and weight loss and how it's going and all that kind of good stuff. So I'll just skip right to it. I am a total of 220.8 pounds as of this morning. Yay, that means I am 47.6 or 2 pounds down. Can't do the math in my head at the moment, but basically 47 pounds down, almost 48. So I am pretty happy about that. I thought it would be a little more, honestly, but I know that just to be completely honest with you, I have not fell off the bandwagon, but I know I haven't started exercising yet at all, other than the walking that I do here at work. But I definitely haven't started like actually exercising and, you know, doing a regimen or anything, or regimen. I don't even know how you say that. Anyway, haven't started doing any of that kind of stuff yet, but yeah, that's where I'm at so far. I feel a lot better. Things are just going well. I think I'm still kind of in the honeymoon stage of where if I screw up and eat something that I'm not supposed to, I will either just stall for a couple of days, or I'll still lose just a little bit, but not as much as I could. I know I've seen some people that were up at the 60 to 70 pound mark at this time, but I'm only at 47, and you know, I'll take that. I'm happy. I'm not hating on that at all. Please excuse me also if I sound a little wonky, because I've got a sinus infection right now. Yay. It's just aggravating as all get out, because our weather here in Georgia has been like 1 minute, y'all may have seen where it got down to like 7 degrees. I think the coldest morning that it got to where I'm at right now is like 6 degrees, and then 3 days later it's like 70 degrees. So we just have fun weather here. But you know, it is what it is. So yeah, I am still, if you watched any of my other videos, I am definitely going to consider the skin removal surgery when the time comes, if I can keep losing the way that I am. I know a lot of people that I've spoken to said to basically lose as much as you can, tone up as much as you can, get to your goal weight, stay there for a while, tone as much as you can, and then have the surgery, because the worst thing to do would be to, you know, not completely get to your goal weight and then have the surgery and then lose more and then have loose skin all over again. So, you know, if that takes a year, if that takes 2 years, you know, so be it. I think I can deal with it for that long. But I will definitely be going back to Tijuana. I'm already starting to do my research on, like, what doctor, I mean, I prayed about the doctor that I had for my sleeve surgery for a solid probably 1.5 years, maybe even 2 years, but I just felt like Dr. Guillermo Lopez, down in Tijuana at Mexican Bariatric at Limarp is where he's at. But I mean, I had read such good things on him, and I prayed about it, and I had a good feeling about going to him. And I mean, he did not disappoint. The staff, the hospital, none of it was disappointing. It was excellent. They're all excellent. So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna and pardon if my mouth looks blue. I ate a mini airhead or whatever. I had to have something sweet. It's almost that time of the month, and like I'm trying not to eat chocolate or stuff with chocolate in it, especially this late at night. It's like 7 here, so, or almost 7 here, so yeah, I'm trying not to do that. But anyway, yeah, so I'm just gonna back up and show y'all what I'm looking like so far. I can tell a lot in my fingers. My fingers have like majorly lost weight. Like, they feel better. My hands feel better. Like, if I was gonna go punch somebody, not that I'm gonna punch anybody, but if I was going to, like 3 or 4 months ago, like my fingers, like right here, I mean, it was like a little summer sausage. Like, I couldn't even like ball my fist up correctly now. And I mean, I know my hands probably look normal sized on camera, but I have like tiny people hands. Like my hands look like kid hands. My sister's, well, she's not my actual sister, but I grew up calling her my sister. Anyway, her 8-year-old, her hands are almost as big as mine. Like, I have tiny fingers. My fingers are short. But I say that to say this. Normally, I would never be able to, like, put my hands around my wrists and, like, touch my fingers together. Not even the fingernails, like the actual fingers. And, like, now I have no problem doing it at all. Like, it's great. I love it. It's probably one of my favorite things, being able to do. Let me set my phone down at a different angle. keep thinking somebody come in here, but nobody's in here. My front door doesn't have an alarm, so it just kind of. Let me see if I can. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh yeah, that's something else too. I can bend over. I mean, I know it's still there, but I can like bend over and like hover over top. Like, I mean, I'm like fully bent over right now, and this is not as terrible as I thought it was. I will say this though, like, which, like I said, I've not been feeling the greatest, but you can see like right here, I've definitely got some like wrinkles, early wrinkles going on, and right there, especially, I had Botox done right here, and he injected a little bit, like literally a tiny bit right here, and I wish he hadn't have, because I didn't ever have this wrinkle here until he did that. And like when I smile, like it's weird, and this eye now looks smaller than this eye. Like, let me just, like, I already have hooded eyes, so maybe in the future I can do something about it. But I'm noticing like this is a lot looser than it already was. But that to be said, I am still thinking about a facelift if I lose any more, because like it's getting like, I know it don't look like it on camera, but like it's getting like saggy in places. Like right now it's not that bad, but like I can like it's crepey skin, I think is what they call it. But I'm using retinol. Retinol is supposed to be like a cure-all, so, well, not a cure-all, but it's supposed to be really good for you. So I'm using retinol. I've got the CeraVe retinol, and then I've got retinol with squalene. I'm probably saying all this wrong, but yeah, I am using that. So hopefully that will help a bit. Let me now if my phone falls, I'm just going to go ahead and apologize, because I'm probably not going to edit it out. Okay, so, oh, also, I have on a, I can't raise my dress up in here because I have a window right here, but I have on a not really a gut buster, but like one of those that kind of tries to help smooth out some things. I was feeling like, earlier today, well, I wasn't feeling, but we were playing. I've never been to a casino before. I don't gamble, I don't do stuff like that, but, not hating on anybody that does, I don't, but my friend had a free room at Harrah's in Cherokee, and she had invited me to go with her. And I had put it on because the dress that I had, I wanted like my loose skin that's down here to not like be hanging out where everybody could see it in the dress. So I wore it. So yeah, it's not, honestly though, it's not like, it is not much different without it, because I bought this undergarment when I was like almost 300 pounds, and like it does not fit the same now. It is making my boobies pop out in ways that they oughtn't be up here. My friend today, she was like, girl, fix your boobs. And I was like, well, I keep fixing them and they keep like popping out the top. But anyway, this is me at 220 pounds basically. So you can still see all my pudge down here, and it's like hanging. It's wonderful. Making sure nobody can see me in the window. That's what I look like from the side. That's what I look like from the back. From the other side. And then as far as arms go, got a lot of looseness going on there. They've always been one of my worst problems. I'll get up a little closer so you can see. But you know, and I can even tell, I guess it's because I'm not lifting, like even up here is like saggy. But yeah, I'm gonna step a little farther away so you can see my legs, because I don't think I got them in the last shot. So this is what I look like. That's what I'm working with. That's what I'm working with, y'all. Yep. This is it. I can tell like on my legs too, like right here. You know, they're, and like right up in this area, they're definitely getting some loose skin. But you know, that's part of the game. It means that what I am doing is working. And that makes me really happy that that's happening. For those of you that have had, man, my face looks, I can tell like I don't feel good. Like my eyes never get really dark unless I'm, you know, not feeling all that great. So I apologize for that. But anyway, yeah, if any of y'all have had the facelift or had any kind of other surgeries or whatever, and you've done it in Mexico or somewhere you know, close to Georgia where I'm at, in the US, of course, not the country, let me know like your experience and what you know, what you've what you've learned, what you would do, what you wouldn't do, regrets, things like that, because I'm trying to take all that into accountability right now, and I appreciate any kind of feedback that y'all can give me. You know, it's all a learning thing, and it's all a you get up and you do it every day kind of thing. So that being said, like, I appreciate any advice that you have for me. I need to quit saying too, so I apologize about that. My English teacher in high school is always like, never say like and never say It's hard. It's hard not to. But yeah, I have just been at work and working my butt off this week, and it's just been a lot. It's been a lot. No, I'm just kidding. See, I can't stop doing it. But it's just been a lot, and I don't know if anybody's local to Georgia, but we opened up an antique mall in Commerce, Georgia. It's called Time After Time Antique Mall. You can find us on Facebook if you wish to seek us out, but it has been keeping me busy, and I will say there's a lot of walking that gets to go on here daily, so I try to make at least like 20 or 30 laps around the store as often as I can. I mean, at least by the end of the night I want to walk 20 or 30 laps around the store. We have steps too going downstairs, so I'll walk up and down the steps if there's nobody in here or whatnot. So I think that's helped a little bit too. That's some of my starting out exercising. I can tell though still, I guess because I haven't really dived into the exercise yet, I get tired still pretty easy. I know I was listening to I can't talk, I'm sorry. Keep getting tongue-tied, but I was listening to some other people that had the VSG, and they were saying that they got tired quite often whenever they would like walk up and down stairs or do anything strenuous, and some of them were 1 and 2 years out. So I don't know if it was just because, you know, they don't do like cardio or something. I don't know. I don't know how all that works, so I'm not going to speak on a fitness level because I don't know. I used to lift weights whenever I was like in my 20s. I'm 30 now, but when I was in my early 20s, I did lift weights, and I wanted to be a into figure fitness and whatnot. So that all ended whenever I had a pretty nasty divorce and gained a lot of weight. I just ate my feelings, and I would not recommend anybody to do that. Go get therapy, go get help, go get something, find another outlet. Don't get yourself to 300 pounds or more and be miserable. You know, obesity is like, it's an epidemic. It really is. And I hate it because so many people are. And, you know, now in 2023, oh, and Happy New Year, by the way, to everyone. But anyway, you know, now in 2023, we've got the body positivity movement going on, and you can't say anything bad against people that are overweight. And like, there are legitimate medical conditions out there that keep people bigger, and it's really hard for them to lose weight, and then if they have to be on certain kind of medications, it doesn't help. I've never personally been on medication that has done that to me, but I've had some friends that they've went on a certain type of birth control, or they've had to take something for their thyroid or something, you know, that will affect them negatively, and it makes them retain water, it makes them retain weight, and then they end up on 2 or 3 different types of medications trying to keep it off, and they're not inherently unhealthy people. I mean, they're really not, and you know, that's rough. And I feel like, this is my personal opinion I'm putting here, but you know, I feel like it kind of, when people that are my size, or that were my previous size, are, you know, doing the body positivity thing, and they're saying, well, all sizes are beautiful and all these things are good and you eat as much as you want, like, it's really dangerous. It really is. And I think it really takes a shot at those people who are bigger because they are on medications, or they do have a medical issue. I'm like, we can't just, like, I've ran into that a lot the past week, and honestly, I had never really thought much about it until the past week or so, and it has just bothered me immensely, because I'm like, man, you know, I got to the size that I was because I didn't have this surgery because I felt sorry for myself. I had this surgery because I let myself get to a point to where I did not have another way out. I felt like I didn't have another way out, and the amount of hours that I was working, and you know, like, I used to exercise, and then when I started back trying to exercise, you know, it's a lot of it is a willpower thing. A lot of it's a mind over matter thing. And I did not have the energy. I will tell you, I don't want to delve too much into my life story, but I am seeing a therapist right now. I decided that would be a good thing for me to do. And I think that if I would have started seeing a therapist before I had my sleeve surgery, I may have been able to overcome my mental block and start making myself go back, not necessarily to the gym, but just eating a better diet, getting over this emotional eating thing, because that was one of my biggest things. If I would be really upset, I would go emotional eat. If I would be really excited, I would go eat. Like, it was like almost like food was I could control it. For one, I could control it, and that was something that I had power over, and it made me feel good. It was euphoric, because I'm not going to delve too much into my personal life, like I said, but, you know, I've just had a lot of, like, downward spiral type of stuff that it has just added up over time, and I have, instead of taking it out in healthy ways or coping with it in a way that I should have been, I didn't, and I coped with it in unhealthy ways, like going to McDonald's and binge eating. And I did have a pretty bad binge eating disorder. It was not okay, and it's not glamorous, and it's not anything to, you know, put all over Facebook and social media and say how wonderful it is, because it's really not. It's really not. You're messing with your health. And, you know, there are, you know, when we're 30 and 40 and we want to make those decisions, whatever, we can do that. When we're 20, we can make those decisions, but, you know, there's a lot of younger people that are on YouTube, and they're looking to other people who's been there and done that kind of thing. And when we're just putting it out there, just eat what you want, be what you want. No, you will be miserable. I mean, I'm just going to tell you, you will be miserable if you let yourself get up to 300 pounds. You may love yourself. You may have a lot of self-help as far as like self-love. You may take care of yourself, go get your hair done, go get your nails done. I feel like it's a lot easier for girls to feel better about themselves than guys, because we have a lot more outlets to do. Like, guys are not going to go to the salon and have their hair curled and dyed and to make themselves feel better. Like, we can go do these temporary things to make us feel better, have our nails done, and it makes us feel pretty for a little while. But, you know, at the same time, as I say that, it just upsets me, because I'm like, we shouldn't be pushing this especially towards the younger generation. If we want to do it, we're adults, we can. But these kids that may not be growing up in a house that promotes health and wellness, like, don't shove this down their throat so they can just eat their feelings and feel better, because it's not helping them. It's not helping you. It's putting a pacifier in a baby's mouth, knowing that it's going to make their teeth crooked. You know what I mean? It's not good. So I don't promote that. I've definitely jumped off the bandwagon of trying to, you know, well, just love yourself the way you are. Sure, love yourself, but if you love yourself, you're going to want to treat your body, like it says in the Bible, treat your body like a temple. Like, treat it well. Like, you only get one body. You only get one body. And there's so many things that the Lord has put on this earth for us to do. And when we get to a certain, I'm not talking about man-made stuff. I'm talking about just going out hiking in nature, going to see stuff, going to do stuff. You know, if you are winded and out of breath and can't even find comfortable clothing to wear, because, I mean, I'm going to tell you, as a female with big boobs, it's hard to find a good bra that's going to work to go hiking in. You know, SheFit, thank God, has, not sponsored, but SheFit has been like a saving grace for me. It really has. It holds them up and it holds them down, and that's what I need. It holds them in place. But anyway, they're a little more expensive, but it works. Find them on discount and you're good to go. But, you know, I would rather promote a healthy lifestyle from here on out. And, you know, if I can just help one person, I'm happy. But anyway, I don't know why I went off on that tangent, but I'm going to go ahead and get off. I've done talked for 19 minutes, so if you stayed here that long, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate everybody that's watched my other videos, and if you guys have any tips or pointers or anything like that, that would be really awesome. Anybody that's interested in the bariatric surgery in Tijuana, if you reach out to Mexico Bariatric Services and, you know, talk to them about Dr. Guillermo Lopez at Limarp, they're really good. They're really good. And they do double stitch lines down there. They don't do that in the U.S., so it actually makes it more secure than just the staple line that's standard here. So, you know, I don't regret it. I really am happy that I had it done. And if this is something that you're thinking about, just pray about it, think very long and hard about it, get a doctor's opinion about it, And, you know, if you have the willpower to go out and, like, I just didn't. I did not have the willpower, but this surgery I'm back down to where I can tell, like, I am more motivated now. Like, I want to get up and move around during the day. I don't want to lay and loathe in my bed all day long and ignore everything until I have to go back to work. I mean, there are days that I get like that because I do suffer from depression. And I had ran away from that fact for a really long time, but that is my life. That is the fact. And I am working to overcome that. And, you know, the Lord is going to help me make it through it. My therapist has been sent by Him, I believe, and she's going to help me, you know, find healthy ways to deal with all this stuff. And so far it's working. I'm really pleased about that. And I feel really blessed and thankful for that. So, yeah, the surgery is a lot, but it really, really helps if you really are ready to do it. Just make sure you're ready to do it. It's the only thing I can recommend. Make sure you're, like, fully ready. It is a commitment, and it is a lifelong commitment. Because, you know, I've heard that you can stretch your sleeve out and you can't. I'll tell you this, your stomach never goes back to being the size that it was before. It's literally almost impossible to get it back to that size. But it can stretch. I mean, you know, it's kind of like it can stretch out enough to where you can eat more and you can hold more calories. And then depending on what kind of calories you're taking in, I mean, if you eat, you know, 100 Hershey's Kisses a day, sure, your stomach's going to hold that. Those are small enough, but they're super high in calories and you're going to gain everything back. It's all about being in a calorie deficit, you know, and it's just one of them things. Like, some people tell you, they say not to eat bread. I have been eating bread, and I eat a bagel in the morning now, and it fills me up for a while. And I do snack. I graze throughout the day, but I'm not grazing on garbage, you know what I mean? And I eat my salad usually at lunch or dinner, and I'm pretty full. Like, stuff still gets me full. I can tell my stomach is not as tiny as it was when I first had this surgery done, but it's definitely not stretched out either, because I don't eat enough to stretch it out. You know, it's the way that it's supposed to be at 4 months. So anyway, and I mean, I can tell some days I can't eat as much as I can other days. And on those days, I just take it as it comes and eat less. And then, you know, on days that I can't eat a little more, I stop before I get full. So, you know, it's all about discipline. But thanks for listening. I will get off my soapbox now. Love all y'all who have watched the videos so far, and I hope that you got a little bit of information from some of the things that I've shared. If not, that's okay too. Thanks for listening anyway, and if you have any tips or comments, I would love to hear them. God bless, take care, Happy New Year, and I will see y'all for another video soon. Bye.